Given the fact that Russia and China are getting closer, we saw China play a role recently in trying to broker an agreement between Saudi Arabia and Iran. Is it inevitable, you think, that the world will be split into two camps? India will have to choose, most likely being with the United States, or do you see India as a third pole in a country, in a world dominated by the United States and China?
I think we will see not just third poles, we will see multiple poles. We will see multiple poles, and when it comes to India-Russia, I put it to you that it is actually a uniquely stable relationship. I mean, if you were to say 1955, I take as the first inflection point. From the time when Russia committed, Soviet Union then committed itself on a very core issue of India's national security. Russia has been through tremendous ups and downs over this period. We have our growth has been more organic and relatively uninterrupted. But through all of this, India-Russia relations have remained extraordinarily stable, and I put it to you, there is a deeper underlying convergence, a geopolitical convergence. No question, as a result of the Ukraine conflict, Russia will turn more towards Asia. Okay, I have no problem with that. But I would also suggest to you that when Russia turns more towards Asia, one part of that, a big part of that, will actually be visible in India-Russia relations, and that is already visible actually in trade. That our trade, in fact, has probably more than tripled in the last year, and it's not just oil. There are a lot of other things as well.
Will President Xi be coming to India?
Look, I am the foreign minister. This is something you should ask his chief of protocol.
What's your sense? You would know.
No. I don't do programming. Or if I do programming, I do of my prime minister.
I have a question. I'm not sure of what he's going to say, but it's really a question that needs to be asked. And this is really about whether you think that the SCO summit in mid-year and the G20 summit provides an opportunity to push through disengagement along the line of actual control where we haven't been able to achieve disengagement. Thinking, just zooming out and thinking for a moment, it's very difficult for President Xi to come to India at a time when you're so publicly and openly saying that there is a massive problem along the line of actual control, our relationship isn't normal. Do you think that creates an opportunity to ensure that there is some kind of a true pullback?
Let's not mix apples and oranges here. Disengagement is primarily a military diplomatic process. It has to be so because it involves actually sitting with maps, looking at the topography, local military commanders discussing their dispositions and why that is so, and what it would mean if I pull back so much and you pull back so much. It's a very, very granular set of conversations that need to be had. It's a conversation which only, what has been happening over the last 2 years is basically either at a for us, a corps commander level or one below that, the military commanders with the diplomatic representatives, in our case from the MEA, they sit and work this out. Don't confuse this with summits and visits. That's a different issue. But there is a larger issue, and the larger issue is this, that if the current state of affairs continues, relationships between us will not be normal. That is a reality. And I think that reality is not lost on other people.